Hi there, today we're unboxing an Android TV box. So this particular one is by Beelink and it's the GT King. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. It comes nicely packaged with half a skull image on there. Rest is all black, got some branding around there. Nothing beyond that, and then coming around the back you've got the specification for the TV box. Okay, so let's open it up and see what we get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. So you've got a user manual, this is multi-language, and it just describes the connection points on the front and back of this. Okay, next you've got a remote control, light in feel, buttons feel okay, takes two AAA batteries, and it also had a USB dongle with inside it. So it was just hanging about where the batteries go. So obviously this plugs directly into the Android TV box. Next you've got a power adapter. Cable length on this is 105 centimeters. Build quality of the cable feels good. DC connection point, and just to show the output on there is 12 volts, 2000 milliamps. Okay, next you've got HDMI cable. It's 90 centimeters in length, very nice thick cable on there, so build quality feels good. It looks like it's gold plated. Okay, next let's take a look at the actual TV box. So very nice and compact, has the skull imprinted on there, a Beelink branding on the corner. If we come round here, you've got the two USB 3 connection points, you've got the micro SD slot there. Coming around here, DC connection point, USB 2 connection point, HDMI, Ethernet, optical connection point here, and AV connection point there. Okay, coming around here, nothing more, small hole there. Coming around here, input 12 volts, 1.5 to 2 amps. Okay, and that's it. Build quality feels good, all plasticky, and I think it looks quite cool with the skull on there. Okay, so let's connect up this TV box. So very straightforward. I'll come around the back, got the DC connection point there, plug in the cable for that. Then you've got the dongle for the remote control that can be plugged in. Then the HDMI cable, the other end's plugged into my monitor, it can be plugged into your TV. Then you've got an Ethernet cable point, plug that in, and that's it, you're ready to go. So, as this isn't a UK plug, I can just use a travel adapter to test it out. Simple as that. Okay, so next I'm going to power up the TV box and time how long it takes to start up. So just turn it on, and just to show the front of the TV box, there you go, the eyes actually glow green, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. And let's give it a moment to start up. So 28 seconds. It's not too bad. Okay, so this is what we're initially presented with when the system starts up. The actual remote control you get with it actually allows you to control a cursor on the screen, and the middle selection lets you select. Time zone, we'll just do next, and finish. And there you go. That's what you're initially presented with. Let me click over here, show what apps we have, and these are what we have initially on there. Okay, going to settings, apps, and we'll do see all apps just to show what it initially comes with. Odd ones, a light home. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so if I go back from here, okay, and let's go to storage just to confirm the storage. So yeah, 8.46 gig used of 64 gig, so that confirms 64 gig on there. If we go to here, memory, and it's saying 0.93 gig used and total memory 4 gig, so that's good, that's confirmed. And if I now go to system, about, and there you go, Android 9. Okay, excellent, so it comes with Android 9 on there. Responsiveness wise, it feels pretty good. Okay, so for our first test, we're going to stream a YouTube video. So we've got one of our videos from our travels channel running at the moment, and you can see pretty good. It's running at 1080p, only because the monitor's 1080p. I've not got a 4K monitor to run this as such. But as you can see, picture quality is pretty good. And just to prove the point, it is 1080. Come here, there you go, 1080p. Clicking back on there, you can see no lag or no buffering on there. Runs nice and smooth. Okay, and if I now click on there, come back, I can actually turn up the volume straight from here. again, works really well. Okay, so the next test, I've connected a keyboard and mouse via a wireless dongle just to show how versatile this TV box can be. So if I go open up a web browser, I can just search, for instance, YouTube, GeekStreet, use the mouse to control it as well. Scroll down, performance wise it feels good. Just to show, let's go to another tab, go to Amazon. There you go. Let's open up Amazon. Click around. Open up another tab. Go to eBay, for instance. Performance-wise, pretty good. Number of windows open. Doesn't seem to be lagging in any way. I've had a little play around with it. So, works quite well from what I've seen so far. Okay, and if I just click home, just quickly click back again. Okay, so I've also installed Word on here. So if I go down here, click on Word. This is a test, and I'll come off that. There you go. Works fine. Could actually use it just as a workstation. I'll come back out of there. Let's go back in and go to Excel. So really you're not limited to just using this for browsing the web or YouTube or even other streaming services. You could use it for basic desktop functionality. So I'll just type in there just to show Excel works as well. So pretty cool, the fact you can do that, and even performance wise it seems quite responsive. Okay, so the next thing worth mentioning is the actual remote control you get with this. So functionality is quite good. If I click here, you can see the cursor come into motion. Click it again, obviously it turns it off. Then you've got the home. So if, for instance, I go and select an app, click home, comes out again, and arrows wise you can just navigate around with them. So if you didn't want to really use the cursor, then you've got a back button, options, so menu on there, page, so you can flip between the pages. You've got volume control, you've got microphone there, so I'll show that in a second. Then you've got Dell, and you've got a mute button. Okay, so if I now press the microphone button, start YouTube. There you go. Search GeekStreet on YouTube.
Opening app.
There you go. Even better. So you don't even have to type things in. You can actually just do it straight via voice control. So impressive functionality. Okay, so I've got Real Racing 3 playing on the Android TV box just to show the playability on here. Graphics look good. Nice and smooth. Doesn't seem to be struggling in any way. And playability seems really good on here. Okay, so next we're going to try out an emulator. So this is the Happy Chicks emulator. Play some of the retro games on here, and performance on this seems to be good, and nice to see that these retro emulators work as well. Okay, so for my next test I'm trying out Asphalt Extreme racing game. Just see what the performance is like. It's not too bad. As you can see, quite playable, responsiveness is good as well, and graphics are quite intensive, as you can see on there. Doesn't seem to be struggling in any way. There you go. Works well. Okay, so I've run a benchmark test using Antutu, and this is the end result from it. So it's given it a rating of 127,457. So that's actually defeated 4% of users. And in terms of CPU, we've got 11% of users defeated, GPU 9% of users defeated, memory-wise 5% of users defeated, and UX 21% of users defeated. So not too bad. Okay, so looking at the home page of this device, if you come into the corner here, you can see a percentage being shown, and that's the actual memory in use at the moment. So if you actually click there, it actually kills off all applications and clears the memory being used by it. Next, if I come over here and there's a plus and a minus, if I click on there, you can actually add apps to be shown in that area, like so. And clicking over here shows all the apps you have available. And then if I come out of there, you've got settings in there. And if I come in here, you've got album, and obviously your internet browser there. You've got Google Play Store here, and up there you can browse what's on the device and play any files on there. So if I've got one here and just here, there you go, comes on. It's as simple as that. Okay, so next we're going to do a speed test over Ethernet. So if I click go now, just give it a moment. Okay, so we've got a download speed of 73.9 megabits a second and an upload speed of 19.1 megabits per second. Okay, next we're going to do a speed test over Wi-Fi connected to a speed of 2.4 gigahertz. So let me click go. Okay, so we've got speeds of 10 megabits per second download and upload of 13 megabits per second. Okay, so next we're going to do a speed test with the system connected to a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi router. So if I now click go. Okay, so we've achieved a download speed of 73.4 megabits per second and an upload speed of 18.7 megabits per second. So in terms of speed, it does work quite well. Obviously, it's not fully utilizing the gigabit connection on there, but you're getting good speeds on here. Now, if you had a gigabit switch in your house connected to a server, then you can fully utilize the speeds of the gigabit connection on there. Okay, so the next thing to show, if I come down here in the corner, there's a Bluetooth icon. So if I click on that, Bluetooth is off. If I turn it on, I've got my Zenbury Z8 Bluetooth speaker here. And if I now click pair a new device, finds it just there. Give it a moment.
Device paired.
There you go, as simple as that. Even gives you battery status on there. Obviously that's with the latest version of Android. Okay, so just to test out the actual speaker, if I press play, got some music playing in the background and it works really well. So nice functionality there. The fact you've got Bluetooth built in and you can pair with other Bluetooth devices. Okay, so I've downloaded 3 sample clips off the internet. 2 of them are 2K videos, so running at 2160p, and one is a 4K video. Now, let's try one of the samples out. Got VLC installed to play back. And there you go. Very smooth, no lag, no buffer on there. Running off, obviously, the local storage on the Android TV box. Very impressive, not struggling in any way. Let's try the next one. So this is another 2K trailer. And same again. Runs very smooth, no lag on there or anything. Okay, and finally, let's try a 4K sample. So very impressive. So runs really well, no lag, no buffering on there, and doesn't struggle in any way. So excellent performance there. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing of this Android TV box by Beelink. This is the GT King. Comes with Android 9 on there, has gigabit Ethernet on there, supports both Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, has an optical connection on there, has an auxiliary connection as well for audio. You can connect Bluetooth devices to it as well. So I've shown connecting a Bluetooth speaker Web browsing wise, performance is great. Gaming wise, you've seen it in action. Performance is great with that. Even streaming video is pretty good. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.